We're back. We are
SpeakEasy, Season 3, Episode 8.
8.
I am Joey Cypher. With me is Nico.
Hey! Yo!
It's about that time, huh?
It's about that time.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Thanks for tuning in, guys. It's been a
Welcome back.
crazy 2 weeks.
It has been past week.
Bro.
Just the past week in of itself, and then, definitely 2 weeks has been fully loaded.
It's been a crazy month, right?
There we go.
From the last episode we shot.
That's even including last episode.
And then this past 2 weeks. And it's funny because we're getting ready. We're gonna close on the house hopefully tomorrow. And a month out, I told Haley, I said, this shit's gonna get crazy. Strap in, buckle in, because this next month, like, I can finally see light at the end of the tunnel.
There it is.
I get some bill pays off, right?
There you go.
Right. But I said this next 4 weeks is gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
And I couldn't even to say crazy is like an understatement. Like, it's just been an up and down roller coaster. It's been wild. It's been a ride.
Yeah.
Good and bad and somber in between, you know what I mean? But we're here.
Even as an onlooker, respectfully, like, and when you said crazy as an understatement, I was like, I don't want to speak for you.
Yeah, because you see the legwork I do.
Man, fuck,
you see how I'm up at 7, how I go to sleep at 2, how I no days off, how it's
like,
constant.
wait, I thought we left that go to sleep at 3 in the morning, wake up at 6:30 to be in the kitchen at 7. I thought we left that fucking lifestyle.
It's always a grind, and it's always something, you know what I mean? And I always feel like I got to stay on top of my A game with everything.
Completely understandable, yeah.
You know, and my mentality is you got to wake up a lot earlier to grind harder than me. You know what I mean? Because
right?
like, I maybe sleep 2 or 3 hours, but I'm up 3:30 in the morning.
Right,
you know,
right.
Just jotting down my notes, putting what I'm gonna do, what are my thoughts on paper.
That's crazy.
Close my eyes for a sec.
Do you remember when we were training at Muncie Vice Kickboxing, creator rest of the dojo and Sensei Muncie Vice? But he had that little piece of paper. It was on the way out of the locker room, and all it said was, "While you sleep, your enemy trains."
Bro,
like, what the fuck? I gotta be up all the time.
The basis of my life consisted of that quote. Like,
grind.
I mean, just honestly seeing that quote every day. Going to Monsiváis, training, and then, like, if you would lose like a match or one of the tournaments, like, that quote was like the biggest focal point of your recovery or of your next training or your next fight, right?
Exactly.
Because that was the premise. It was that person trained harder than you.
Wanted it
while
more
you were
than
sleeping,
you.
while you went home and watched the
than
movies
you.
or you went and watched cartoons or whatever, that person was training you, and that's why you lost, Joey.
Yeah.
And I mean, that stuck with me through my adolescent, my adult years, and I think that's why I grind so hard. You know what I mean? Because I think of quotes like that that brought me up. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Oh, and bro, the first time I lost matches, it was like, and that was drilled in my head. I bet.
It was
bet.
so
Bro,
wrenching.
you can ask DZ. We all out in the back sparring and fighting and straight pit bulling it, because it's like, nobody's going to grind harder than me then.
Facts.
Nobody's going to outwork me.
No one's going to put in that much more work.
And if it was me, DZ, and my dad out there, and spar, box, and we're hitting and we're getting it, we're still training. We leave the gym and we go train at home. You know what I mean? And we'd fight each other to go train. You know what I mean? We bully the kids in the streets.
If I beat you in the backyard, you have to do the dishes, and I get to go to the gym.
Straight up.
Just deal with it.
Straight up. So
facts.
Yeah,
that was me and my primos. Fuck my life.
Yeah. But that's kind of, I think, what made me or us into people we are today, and keep pushing forward and keep grinding, because, like, no matter what hiccup or no matter what bump hits the road, we still keep our heads down and we still keep on with it. You know what I mean? Yep. And we've taken a lot of licks this year. You know what I mean? And I got knocked down, but I wasn't knocked out. You know what I mean? And I think that's the difference maker between everything. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And some motherfuckers will take these hits and be like, "Oh, I'm out this motherfucker. I'm out the game, or I'm out. I'm licking my wounds and I'm putting it up." And if you want to be in this for longevity, you know what I mean, for a future, for a career, whatever it is, you just gotta grind, and you gotta just fucking get back up and keep doing it.
There is no other opposition that will hit you harder than your own self, than your own mind.
100%.
Let the world crack you. Let your brothers crack you. Let your sisters crack you. Let your aunts, your ma, your grandma, pops, everybody, let them crack you. But the only individual that's gonna keep yourself down is going to be you.
Yeah, 100%.
You know,
100%.
And it's difficult, like, and we've talked about even like going into like some other like even mental shit like seasonal depression from, you know, a few episodes back. It's like even that alone is enough to kind of rattle some individual spirits. You know,
right? If your will is strong enough, I can speak for
myself too. I just like wake up in the morning like, oh, okay, I don't have to go to work. I don't have a podcast. My grandparents are okay that I don't have to go grocery shopping or anything. I'm just gonna lay in fucking bed all day. I'm just gonna sleep all day. I don't have to do shit.
And it'll overcome you. It'll take over you if you don't let it. If your mind's not strong. But for me, thank God for psilocybin. You know what I mean? Because and I preach it all the time. I preach it everywhere I go. I preach it to my brothers. I preach it to my family. Like,
thanks for saying it, because I got a piece.
It helps. It helps my brain.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It helps me get through the seasonal depressions. It helps me get through the funks that I get. And I don't know why I wake up angry. I don't know why my brain, I don't know if it's too many hits to the head fighting or growing up and probably CTE, you know what I mean? But whatever it is.
That's what we did for fun.
Right. Trying to be better than the next day while that dude's sleeping. Right? You know what I mean?
And like, we have to cool off or swim in the ditch behind Tortugas, because that's healthy as fuck. Yeah. Irrigation water.
So get sick. I think like those things kind of help bring you out the funk and like keep my brain strong and keep like my people around me, because that's what I'm trying to push, you know what I mean, is watch out for everybody's mental health, you know, not just yours, because if you're going through it, somebody else is going through it. It's kind of how I always see it. So I always push for, you know, my homies and my brothers probably like, damn, this fool just always pushes that on me. But it's like, man, I see it. I see people need to get their brains right. I see people need to vibe higher and come into a higher dimension, you know what I mean, and stop vibrating on a lower axis, because that creates illnesses, that creates drama, that creates a lot of BS in your life that you don't need. And if you can just vibe higher and swerve and dodge all that shit, then
for real,
take a little bit of mushroom square and you'll be all right.
Gotta love a fungus.
You know Trust the fungus. So
he was a fungus.
On that note, we be vibing high over here. We be smoking. You know, we be doing.
That's all we really be like doing 99% of the time, bro. It's just we want to just vibe higher. We want to center ourselves. And we want to promote that positivity, which is why we love doing our podcast with everybody.
Right.
We love doing Oregon Mountain. Did I get booted from my own live?
Damn, it looks like you got kicked off your live, my boy. You better start it over.
Damn.
I didn't even start smoking. I barely started smoking, and they kicked you off. Damn.
I think it was all the positive talking. They were like, no.
They shut you down. So, on some different shit, though, did you watch the Super Bowl?
Where is he?
Bro,
that's
why he didn't.
Truckloads.
Bro, that's why he didn't show up today.
Damn it.
I called him.
The 40 fucking,
Yeah.
God,
so, my boy, Joey Solano, he was supposed to be in the building. Doughboy was supposed to show up. He didn't come through because he knew we was about to talk some shit about his 49ers losing the game today. I mean, on Super Bowl. Sorry, on Sunday. I called him on Monday, and normally he won't answer me if, like, the 49ers lose. And so we always chop it up and everything. So I called him early Monday morning like I normally do. I said, "What's up, fam, bam?" And he answers me and he goes, "What's up, fam? I'm just here at the studio." I said, "Yeah." I said, "What's up with your Niners, though?" I don't know. I said, "Hey, did you happen to watch that game yesterday?" Bro, I wasn't even going to answer you. And I said, "I know, bro." I was like, I had to sneak it in nonchalant. I was like, "What happened, dog?"
Yeah.
All that shit talking, what happened?
What happened?
Are you in the same position that we was in?
You remember that little clip of Mickey Mouse I showed you? What happened?
Yeah.
He just got,
so I think that's why he didn't want to come
out.
He didn't want to come
like,
around.
Nope.
So shout out the boy. Shout out Joey Solano.
DJ Joey Solano.
Because we would have hit you hard with it today, my brother.
Hard from both sides.
Yeah, you would have got it.
Pong.
Yeah, you would have got it. So that was
hilarious. But that game was fucking what the.
Yeah, bro.
What the fuck, dude?
So we had turned it on.
Shit.
We were at the watering hole, like I said. Then we went over to my pops' house and we caught it till about like halftime. And me and my pops and my brother were sitting there and like we were talking about like outcomes and scenarios and everything. And I always look at the point spread. And I was telling you this yesterday. I always look at the point spread.
Oh no, this is mine.
To kind of like tell you, because Vegas knows. I don't know if y'all gamble or if y'all know, but look at the point spread for games and the over under. Like Vegas will tell you who's gonna win, pretty much, like based off the point spread.
This is nuts. So this is fucking nuts.
So we're sitting there and we're watching it and we're talking. And my dad says like what he thought the score was gonna be, and we're just shooting the shit back and forth. And I said, well, what's the point spread?
What the fuck?
And so we look up on the phone real quick, and it was a 47-point point spread with a 3-point over under, right? And I said, okay. And at the time it was first quarter. There's not very many points scored, so I'm like, all right. So we're tracking, and then we're doing scenarios. It was like, well, it could be 21-26, Or it could be 24-23. No, that won't work. It's 3 points. And then we're just shooting around numbers. So we left, got back to my house, and then we're watching the game. And shit, it goes into overtime, and they start doing the thing. And I'm like adding up the points, and then they hit the final touchdown. And I'm like losing my mind. I'm like 25-22 with a 3-point spread, 47 points. I was like, that is crazy. Like
it's rigged.
It's totally rigged, bro. I think it's totally scripted. I think the way they spin the narrative, I think, I'm one of those conspiracy guys. So I think even them bringing in Taylor Swift, I don't know if that relationship is even real or if it's just a facade or if it's just something that they're trying to portray. But like,
okay. Here's a back to you. I don't mean to interrupt you, but here's a back to you. Is now Travis Kelce's haircut just the high and tight fade? You go into a barbershop and you can just ask.
No, everybody's getting the high and tight. Yeah, everybody's getting the high and tight.
You ask for Travis Kelce.
Yeah,
you don't ask for
fade. Yeah, you just ask for the Travis Kelce.
Like you just act like what the.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So it's like, oh, and then I told you about the running back came up and like both defensive sides came up and he just like did this really quick.
Yeah.
And they both like
they jumped over.
He like ducked under him it's on footage.
Yeah, I think a lot. I think I don't think it is
far too much reefer and just look way too much.
Yeah, we analyze the whole situation, right? And I don't think like sports is really what it is. I think they spin their whole narrative. They want whoever they want to win, and they did. I thought they did a good job if it was marketing, if it was promotion, by bringing Taylor Swift in, because on that aspect of business, that's freaking smart. So say Roger Goodell is trying to find a different base source of income coming in, right? He doesn't know how to bring in more dollars to the NFL, right? He has the same money coming in, the same age group of people watch football, right? The same. It's always dudes. It's always probably from.
That's a huge age bracket, too,
right? But it's also limited. You only males, right? So predominantly males, right?
Yeah.
Allegedly.
And
or whatever. yeah. I'm not. I normally would, but I'm not today. And so yeah, don't start with me because I will. No, and we'll have to start all the way over like last time. So. But so say you're Roger Goodell and you bring in somebody like Taylor Swift that can attract a different market, right? And a different age group. Now he's got Swifties showing up to the NFL games. And now they brought in an extra $2 million. I'm just throwing a number out. $2 million off of said
That's a pretty good number to throw out.
That's huge. That's huge. I mean, that makes everything go up. That makes the owners more higher salary cap, because they're getting more revenue from whatever may have you from either TV, more ratings or more sellouts or whatever it is. So I think if it is a stunt from business, I think it's genius.
So, but only that, so Swifties might start watching NFL in total, or now the Kansas City Chiefs have just acquired a stupid amount of stupid fan base.
Well, no, I think until the Swift era ends, that's when the Swifties go. I don't think it's something that's gonna stay, like a revenue that's gonna stay. I think if she's in, they're there. If she's out, they're out. But it's also crazy. So yeah, right. So Taylor Swift is there and she's slamming her drinks and she's having a good time with her girlfriends or whatever. Well, it comes out on social media because she portrays to that younger age group, right? So now they're bashing her. Do you think Taylor Swift's an alcoholic? Do you think she drinks too much? And they're targeting her on that shit because that's the age group that she's targeting her shit to. You can pass that way. I'm gonna light another one. Mm-hmm. But it's just this whole crazy scenario that they just put themselves in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
it's a lot.
It's just gonna be interesting to see down the road if it stays or if it was just something to get last minute ratings in because everybody was already falling off from watching football. Everybody was already getting pissed off. Everybody was already mad at the refs. Everybody, you know what I mean? So it'd be kind of curious to see if that relationship stays and it carries on to next season or if it's just, that was just for ratings.
I know, right? It was a fad. It was a one-season fad.
So season fad. It's crazy. I mean, I can go on and on about that shit.
If you're a Taylor Swift fan, I don't care.
Yeah, I don't.
Oh, shit, DJ Nick Fury. Fuck, yo, what's good, brother? Sorry.
What up? So, we got Mardi Gras happening this week.
Mardi Gras,
Hey,
which is actually tonight, Fat Tuesday.
Fat Tuesday starts tonight.
Commit the most committing of sins this evening, ladies and gentlemen.
There you
and then
go.
get your ashes tomorrow
There you go.
or not.
There you go. You heard it from him himself.
Yeah.
So,
Sin is in, and so we begin.
So we got Fat Tuesday starting tonight, Tuesday. Mardi Gras, and then we got Lent and Valentine's Day on the same day, right?
Lent and Valentine's Day. Have an on-call priest, so at 11:59 you can get ashed up, because I know there's couples out there committing the greatest of sins in the bedroom. So,
hey, it is what it is, my
it is
boy.
what it is.
It is
it's none
what
of my
it is.
business, but happy bloodbath day.
Get your freak on. That's all I gotta say. Get your freak on.
And but so, do you celebrate any of the above? No,
Nope.
no, and no.
No
Mardi Gras for you.
I mean, I'm not celebrating, like, I'm not going to go out.
Oh,
and
how can you not celebrate throwing
Party.
some beads and seeing some tatas in your face?
I don't have beads.
You're wearing a big ass bead around your neck.
This is chainmail, my
Same,
good sir.
same.
No,
Go get you some tatas.
I'm not throwing this to anybody.
Let's go to Rad. We're going to Rad
This is
tonight.
sick. No,
Everybody to Rad.
we are not.
Shout out Rad Retrocade for
Shout out
always
Retro
having me
Kid. I
through.
might see you there tonight.
And next time when you see Dom on this podcast and he has that chain metal missing, you know why.
No. This is going to stay here. Mardi Gras is just, it's like just a different version of Carnaval.
Yeah.
As far as Ash Wednesday, no. As far as Lent, no.
Valentine's. You got anybody
Valentine's.
special in mind for Valentine's?
Me.
Just you?
Just me.
You gonna celebrate yourself?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. So I
Why
got.
not?
So I get Valentine's, and then it's my wife's
What?
birthday. Valentine's. That's how we say it in the hood. Valentine's. From the same hood, bro. We got Valentine's, and then we got my wife's
New
birthday
Cheers.
the next day. So
Yes.
that's always a double whammy for us. So I think this year we're gonna try to just hang out this weekend. I think we're gonna go to dinner on Thursday for her birthday, and then I think we're just gonna try to vibe out and chill out this weekend. Maybe try to get away from the shop, like you said.
Hey.
Hopefully we can get a day or two.
Easy. What were we talking about?
Yeah, we trying. We
Trying to give them
trying. We
a
trying.
vacation,
We trying to get a
rest time, something.
rest off. We don't know what that is, but we trying. So I see you're kind of looking at me back there. So how about we wrap it up and do a quick word from our sponsor?
Word from our sponsors. Coming at you.
Later, y'all.
What up, world? It's your boy Nico letting you know that Elephant Ranch right out there at West Picacho is back at full force from renovations. And also don't forget about the convenience store right next door, still stocked with craft beer, craft wine, craft spirits, and a whole lot of other really cool stuff. Live music, the best margaritas in town, an awesome welcoming staff, and a great environment overall. Check them out there, Elephant Ranch at West Picacho, and have a great time. See you there.
Hey,
What's happening?
We're back.
We are back.
Shout out to our sponsors, the Elephant Ranch.
Rancho de Elefante.
Hell yeah.
That's that Spanglish speaking goodness.
For the ranch.
The ranch.
So now we got Nico's Cannon News. Hey.
I fucked around and might have ordered a little
Hell yeah.
tabletop can.
Hell yeah. I've been waiting for it, bro. We've been talking about like 8 episodes.
Right.
That's like 16
Some
weeks we've been
type
talking
of-
about it.
Some type of cannon. Some type of cannon. Need some type of cannon.
Yeah.
And that big ass one was just entirely unsafe.
Yeah.
I like
And
that.
so real quick on it, it was supposed to be, the original segment was supposed to be Nico's Canna.
Canna.
Like weed, like
cannabis,
canna weed.
right?
And the homie, he heard wrong when he was
Wrong.
editing. Mad love to the brother
love.
Eric out there. And on the first the special edition one that he did,
Yeah.
he put Canon News,
Yep.
and it was kind of funny. So we just ran with it. So real quick, that's how you guys got
That is
Nico's
the backstory and
Canon
context of
News.
Nico's cannon. Yeah.
Yeah, because it was supposed to be all about cannabis. Nico's Canna.
Canna.
And yeah, so
But-
that's where you get that.
I mean, if you want to get nerd with it, when comic books were written, like that's the canon of the story, right?
Yeah.
So when it comes into law and all the politics and everything we discuss upon canon news, like it's
It kind of fits.
It kinda fits,
Yeah,
right.
yeah, and that's why we just stuck with it. So, what do you got for us today, my boy? A whole heap of stuff.
So
real quick before you start, actually, shout out to Organ Mountain Organics. Thank you, Baby Boo, for sponsoring
real quick shout
my habit on this segment.
Shameless
and
plug at
shout out to
El Paseo Road, Suite 280. You already know.
Yes. Oh, sorry. So shout out to the homies at Headspace for their hashitos.
For the hashito. Oh shit.
It's just a chiquito
Hashito.
for the paquito.
Shit. If you know, you know.
Yeah. So
These
check a
things
couple
are
episodes
literal
back.
mini cannons.
Yeah. So we're gonna fire one of these up while he banters on about his
bub.
about his cannon news. So carry on, sir.
Citing, we're gonna roll back to how I did it a few episodes ago. If you don't know what I'm talking about, that is a you problem, and should head to YouTube at SpeakEasy LCNM, the After Dark podcast episodes, and look it up, because when I say some things like just citing the headlines and my citing sources for Nico's Canon News, you having a good time over there?
I'm in my own. Yeah, I'm doing me, dog. I'm doing me. You worry about you, and I'm doing me over here. It's like I'm smudging.
I was gonna say. Wrong one.
Same thing, right? Carry on.
In my day, carry on. So I am citing articles that are brought into a website from marijuanamoment.com. Shout out to marijuanamoment.com. They also cite their articles and sources. So if you want to read up on all the information that I'm about to express on these specific articles, you can over to that website.
Yep.
Now,
check them out.
One, congressional researchers say lack of banking access makes marijuana businesses heavily reliant on cash and targets of theft of crime. No shit. Thank you very much for this right there. Oh God, this is gonna be so. Yeah, no shit. Obviously, and if anybody here in New Mexico knows, and anybody like that lives in other states that rely heavily on cash business, it really does, because the Safer Banking Act that we covered in podcasts ago hasn't been passed yet. It's still in discussion. It's still supposed to be brought to the floor, but it's still not there. So that's what we're dealing with. And now people in Congress are seeing these crime spurs go up, and it's not due to drunk driving. It's not due to alcohol theft or anything. It's due to shops being fucking robbed.
Right. And even on that, like, I've had a couple sketchy people come in and ask, like, I don't even know on your shift, but like on my shift late at night, like some suspect people coming in and like checking the area, checking like if they can get away with certain shit, you know what I mean? Like asking stupid questions, and I'm like, hey dog, like I'll blast you with the strap I have underneath the register.
Allegedly.
Everything said in this
Everything
podcast is a gross exaggeration. But you know what I mean? Like they don't know what I got. Like, you know, like on some real shit. Like
it's real. Like
they don't know what I have. Like,
and honestly, I wouldn't even go that far. Just, you know, that good old stop a grizzly bear can that we got under there.
Oh yeah. You know, our non-lethal shit. But like, I can see to where if we didn't have maybe the same measures that we have in our shop, like that security door, and you know, to go in and out of it and shit, like. I think that's a big deterrent on having like people like wanting to do some shit like that. Like, knock on wood, you know what I mean? But I think from what I've seen, it stops a lot of people. You know what I mean?
It really does.
It makes them think twice that they got to get buzzed out to get out my door. And that's what I told one dude. I said, hey dog, I said,
yeah, you're in here with me.
You're in here with me, homie. Think about that.
You're here, doggy.
I said, you got to get buzzed out to get that door. And he looked at me and he was like, his whole world flipped.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? And look, like I think like that, and I think like how to flip the script on people, but like other people don't, or like they might not have that kind of security measure to get them through.
I mean, even with our, and I totally agree with you 100%.
Yeah.
We are even with a company that, that we have the production.
Right. Our security system. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, shit happens.
Yeah.
Close that door. Hit that button.
You go in that room and hit that.
And just lay down.
And get down.
And just lay the
fuck
fuck
down. Lock yourself in that bed. Because the SWAT's coming. They're sending in the National Guard in. Abbott's bringing his people. You know what I mean? Like, you hit that button in that bedroom, and all hell.
All hell will break
launch codes code to the president, and he hits. Do I detonate? You know what I mean? Like
Right.
they dropped the bomb on that motherfucker when we
to
hit that
just
one.
get at it. Yeah.
Yep.
So at that point, it's just like, okay, I'm just gonna lay down and keep my work badge. Right here. Who is he?
Yeah.
Don't even say shit. Like,
Yeah,
"Who's this guy?
you got your work
Show me
badge
your
on.
face. It's me.
Don't cry. I'm not crying.
That's me.
I'm scared.
I'm scared.
Yeah, for real.
Holy shit.
But
So that goes with shit. This is the very first one. Go on to marijuanamonkey.com. Give it that article. New Mexico State Committee unanimously approves psilocybin therapy and research resolution.
hey, we're just talking about
We
that.
were just talking about that earlier.
How about that?
So, yeah, it was a unanimous vote decision for psilocybin psychotherapy and treatment in mental health issues.
Damn, how about that?
Yeah, how about that?
How about that? That's cool.
We're going back to holistic medicine, and I'm digging the absolute fuck out of it.
You know, I think that's great. Like how I was just talking about earlier, like it helps reprogram that mind. It helps, I think, do things that we don't even know how to do. And they did a study in Tokyo in Japan, and they have their underground subway systems, right? And they have it like, you know, architects and engineers, like they mapped it all out, and it's the most efficient route or whatever. So they put mushrooms, they put psilocybin there, and they had an endpoint for the mushroom, right? To get to like for the spores to kind of go through, right?
Okay.
And they tracked it, do the same replica of their underground metro system, and psilocybin found a faster route and a better route on its psilocybin. Just mushrooms found a faster and better route to get there than their engineers engineered up. So they reconfigured their subway system to match that. Yeah, look it up. You can Google that shit.
Trust the fungus.
Yeah. So there's so much like possibilities with psilocybin and what it can help and cure and bring you back to being grounded out or whatever you need, or reprogramming or rewiring those brains. You know what I mean?
Same.
Because I think that's
completely
huge.
agree with
So shout out to
New Mexico for unanimous
Yeah.
vote.
Yeah, it wasn't even.
It wasn't even. No, it was a 34 35 to nil.
Wow.
Everyone was like, yes.
Yeah, I mean, just because alone, I mean, in the research that you can do and just look it up, I mean, Harvard's doing it, Canada's doing it, everybody's doing their own independent studies on how psilocybin works in like a microdose form, in a larger form, on getting off opiates, on different effects, you know what I mean? And
There's a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot. There really is a lot.
Holy shit, 5 left. Fuck.
Yeah.
Or since we don't have a special guest, do we go on? Oh,
Yeah,
keep going.
yeah.
All right.
She said we can keep going for a little bit.
All right, so jumping over that, still staying within the state of New Mexico, the Senate passed Senate Bill 6, which when we talked last time, that was one of the bills that hit the Senate that had the amendment that was going to be completely against drive-thrus being as far as an operation on its own or as far as a business. So that has been kicked out the window.
Yeah.
New Mexico voted against killing off the idea of drive-thrus. We could still have them.
Yeah.
We kept them.
Yeah.
So New
Yeah,
Mexico,
that's cool.
good
That's
on them.
cool.
Thank you very much for
Because,
it.
you know, that was about to cripple businesses.
A lot.
You know what I mean? And make people restructure their whole programs and do that whole thing. And
the only back. I'm sorry. I
No. You're
the
good.
only backing that they're trying to have as far as a fundamental foundation for an argument is going to be, oh well, alcohol this and alcohol that. And
There
that's
was
why we
no
shut it down.
backing. It was a fear-based argument.
At the same
With
token,
no facts.
In the same token, there has been not a rise in alcohol-related car incidences since like taking away the drive-thrus, and the promotion for it was, well, you go to restaurants, you go to college games. Even a certain pizza shop a stone's throw away serves pitchers.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So just because you can't drive through a certain spot and go and pick up your booze, which let's just face it, weaning. If you're an activist, if you're alcoholic, let's face it, weaning off booze.
Yeah.
Cold turkey.
Yeah, it's different than
it's different than
cannabis.
And the fact that they are comparing cannabis to alcohol is fucking.
I think it's
crazy.
I think it's night and day. You know what I mean?
It's night and day.
And studies have proved that. You know what I mean? You don't get dependent on I think weed like that. You know what I mean? I mean, me, if I don't smoke, I'm a fucking monster. And my wife and probably my close circle around me would totally recommend me not fucking ever stopping. But that's just me as a person. So, I mean, I know I can stop, but my entire circle will probably kick me out of said circle. So that's why I smoke. Facts, right?
Yeah, I don't want to. I don't want to go to the shop. We'll have to work with today. I'll look at the schedule.
I'm sick.
Yeah, I'm sick.
Boss lady, can he just work by himself? Cause
I developed a cough.
Yeah, fucking people know I'm a monster. I try not to be, but weed helps me. Psilocybin helps. Yeah, let me have my medicine. That's all I want.
Right.
That's all I want.
And it's holistic.
Yeah. That's
one
it.
And one of the things that I got, because I had actually written down so much, but one of the things that got into it was, why is there a fear of allowing THC to be not only scheduled from a 1 to a 3, because there is medicinal properties.
It's not a fear, my boy. It's pockets. It's money.
That's what I'm saying.
It has a lot to do with money and the way Big Pharma controls everything.
Okay, so here's a kicker. Here's a steel cold kick to the taint right now. If Big Pharma were to ever try to get a hold within the cannabis industry, there's no.
I think they're gonna have to make a move
of synthetic THC. B, if they got their hands on legalization of THC, some states could only have non-smokable joints, pre-rolls. They wouldn't have edibles. They wouldn't have tinctures.
I think they're gonna have to reconfigure their game. You know what I mean? Because it's a pill-based game. You know what I mean that they're running, and I think with the way things are switching these days. I mean, we just talked about holistic medicine getting more approved through the state. I think they're gonna have to try to switch it up and try to jump on one of those trains and try to benefit off of it, just so they can stay relevant in making the amount of money they're making. Did you get that shit back?
Yes.
Yeah, that shit's, yeah, that shit's. But you know what I mean? Like, I just feel like they're just gonna have to stay with it somehow to try to, I don't know. That's just my opinion. Kind of curious to kind of see where it goes from there,
It's and even still, the rescheduling in of itself is going to be another couple of years if it gets passed for the research.
Right.
And even the DEA already got sued for not putting out the full disclosure of the documents. Right. There's a list of why they got fucking sued too. It's like and an aggression push for a timeline. It's like
it's crazy.
It sucks because there's so much back and forth and there's so much gray area and it's just so much.
There's a lot of gray area, but there's a lot of in between. There's a lot of dollars in between. There's a lot of lobbyists in between. There's a lot of people still making their cuts and getting the paper from other ways of medicine that they don't want to discontinue. So I think until that gets resolved or until that money gets allocated somewhere else, we're always going to struggle with this. We're always going to be, rescheduling, or they're going to reschedule it
or a pushback. Or
they're not going to do it until those dollars get allocated. It just follows the paper trail, and that's what it all bears down to. You know what I mean? But I see movement. I see headway. I see little nooks that it's carving its own way. So
true.
Yeah, but
looking forward to the battle ahead because I never really, still don't give a fuck about politics.
Yeah, you got to though, my boy. You have to keep yourself educated. You have to know what's going around there. Have to know what these guys are talking about because that's our future, my G. You know what I mean? And if you have kids, that's their future. Like, you got to stay aware of what everybody's talking about, either good or bad, left or right, red or blue. You just have to know because they're the motherfuckers making the laws for us. They're the ones making, you know what I mean? And if we ain't voting, we ain't participating in this shit, then you got some dude up there who stumbling and fumbling and bumbling and, you know what I mean? Like, on some real shit. On some real shit. So, like, you have to stay aware and you have to stay in tune with what's going on because, like, these guys are making decisions for us and it's not even,
Yeah.
But
That's very, very true.
we'll end it on that. How about a little word from our sponsors?
A word from our sponsors.
Later, y'all.
Right at y'all. What up, world? It's your boy Nico, letting you know that Dewey the dog hates DUIs. But if you happen to find yourself in the unfortunate circumstance of getting one, don't forget to jump on the law offices of Matt Madrid and acquire his services for your legal issues and for anything really. But if it's going to be a DUI, this is the individual to seek out for it. So please be safe out there, and we hope to probably not hear from you. Take care.
Hey, and we're back.
Here, in the
Shout
casa,
out
the crib,
to our sponsor, Matt Madrid,
Matt Madrid.
the law offices thereof. You gonna hit me with the disclaimer one time?
The disclaimer is coming right at you from here, and that is any.
Hey, real quick.
Any,
How stoned are you?
Dude, I am blasted.
Because you're like, and then, well, at the top of the segment, we will.
Wind me up.
Okay, carry on.
And everything said within this podcast allegedly is a gross, nasty, disgusting exaggeration of what man could possibly happen.
Yep.
So,
carry on. Story time.
Story time.
So,
not Valentine's.
It is Valentine's.
Fucking kitchen, dude. That is.
And I wanna just recreate this little memory in your mind because we all have experienced it. I think there's a few of us, even in the room, that have experienced a Valentine's in the kitchen. And I think it's Valentine's and Mother's Day probably are the two worst days to work in the kitchen. So shout out to everybody watching if you are in the restaurant industry because
front of the house, back of the house.
Yeah, you guys hold it down. You guys do your thing back there, and we know those are the most grueling days out there in the industry. So with that being said,
fucking heart-wrenching.
Bro, what is your worst? Can you think of like a specific worst Valentine, or like I think in general, it's just for me. I think I always got to go back to like my Olive Garden ones because like Olive Garden in the kitchen, and I normally don't name drop, but Olive Garden in the kitchen on Mother's Day or Valentine's Day is extremely rude. Like it's just over the top. I mean. I think one year, like, I was doing sauces and then was, like, saute. Like, one year, like, I was just doing saute. One year, I was, like, running grill and fry by myself because I'm an asshole and I do that to myself. And, yeah.
Grill, fry.
Yeah. So I like to bargain with whoever I go and work for. And I say, this is what I want. And they say, no, Joey, we can't give you that amount because this is what we're allowed to give. And I said, well, check it out. You're paying me X amount of dollars and you're paying him X amount of dollars. How about you give me X amount and not have homeboy and I just run them by myself? And it usually works out for me and I usually get what I want and get a higher wage out of it. And I usually break my leg doing it. And but I get the job done. I get my ass kicked, but I get my salary I want. And that's how I negotiate it usually when I'm in the kitchen. So if you guys need some notes, there you go. That's how you do it.
Again, with the grind.
With the grind, yeah. So they're like, okay, you can do it. Valentine's, Joey, by yourself, apps and grill. You know, so I got the pizza oven, I got the 4 fryers, and then I got the grill. And then everything that's coming through is just chicken and salmon, right? I mean, so like 4 screens back.
Nothing on broil?
Oh, everything on broil. Everything on broil. So just chicken and salmon's all on broil.
Oh shit, no.
Yeah. So it's me by myself running broil and then the app side. So it's like they're getting the appetizers for, so I'd be getting my ass kicked real good. But everybody knows I would just walk outside, I go hit my little pen or go hit the bowl real quick or go to my car and then just come back. I just knock it like a machine, bro.
Holy hell no.
Yeah. But I mean, you would go into it on those days knowing you're going to get it. You know what I mean? So like, I take like an extra Loratab in my pocket or like an extra Vicodin, an extra Monster. Allegedly. Everything said in this podcast is a gross exaggeration of what could possibly happen. And you just hit it hard. You know what I mean? You got your bowl packed a couple times. You go to your car. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Take a quick up. You know,
I mean,
either way.
Allegedly.
Yeah. But I mean, you do what you got to do to get through that damn shit.
Anybody in the
2 times out of the year, you're gonna ball out like Kobe, right? So you might as well bring the festivities with you. You know what I mean?
Oh, wait, was that a metaphor like hit the ground running or because
Either way, either way.
Too soon?
Either way,
Anyway,
either way.
moving on.
Either way, it's a crash and burn in the kitchen.
Oh fuck.
So what's been your biggest craziest experience through
Going
the mayhem of kitchenness on Valentine's?
Other than, I mean, shit. Other than like opening up the ovens and like the multitude of pies or cakes and the oven is flaming because dumbasses put shit under a leaking fucking pan of brisket that was like overwarmed, like bread burning.
Yeah, just the whole shit.
86ing.
I can just see you going back. You're slowly
Valentine's
aging.
fights in the restaurant.
Word.
Like
I've never. We saw like the whole proposals and that whole shit, but never a Valentine's fight.
Oh, ring got burned in the
like
tiramisu.
cooks fighting, maybe like for sure. Cooks
that's
fighting,
a given.
But like not like dining room fights. Like wow.
Oh yeah, like
fucking Springfield gets wild, huh? Y'all wild out there.
Wild. To shout out Springfield, Missouri at the 417. Y'all are here.
Is that the same place? Oh no, that was another spot. I was gonna say that.
No,
was
that
the
was
same
my
place?
first spot. That was my very first spot. That was the spot that had the fucking slug story.
Oh, that's right. That's right. That's what I was gonna
dining
say.
room shit where you literally couldn't avoid any type of.
Was that where the dude died?
No, that was my second restaurant.
Oh, okay. Damn.
Ironically enough, the chef that owned that restaurant owned the restaurant that I worked at. He had 3. He had one in his name.
No shit.
One called that one, and then the other one called George's
I see you avoiding taxes. You slimy ass. That's what they do. let me put it in this name and then switch over to this name and then do.
It was bad.
I see you, dog.
It was bad.
I be trying to do the same shit.
Because like a year after,
allegedly, everything said in this podcast
mentioned
is a gross exaggeration. Shout out, Matt. I know you got my back.
Appreciate the law offices thereof.
And but damn, yeah.
Oh yeah,
that's wild.
The ring burning in the tiramisu. Orders getting mixed up, the ring going to a table that it wasn't supposed to. Shit you see in movies has actually happened.
100%.
Ladies and gentlemen 100%. In the interweb world,
we probably experienced
this shit has actually happened. Like, where the fuck do you think people get the idea for movies? It's like we've been in the kitchen and be like, what happened? Oh, you see her crying in the corner outside of the like, oh yeah, that ring wasn't for her.
Yeah.
Oh,
bro.
What dessert you put it in? That ticket.
Yeah.
So and then back of the house, getting fight in front of the house. Gets it.
Yeah. That's been some. Yeah. Damn. Yeah. Ouch.
Right there, though.
Yeah.
So, happy
Valentine's Day, guys. And you guys be safe out there. And how about a real quick word from our sponsor?
I don't want to know.
Later.
What up, world? It's your boy Nico right here with Organ Mountain Organics Dispensary, 1300 El Paseo Road, Suite 280. You already know. So, every day from 2 p.m. to 4:20 p.m. is the happy hour for a pretty cool discount. Don't forget about Munchie Monday, Toke It Up Tuesday, Wax Wednesday, Twist It Up Thursday, and Flower Friday for awesome discounts on those. And also, NMSU faculty and staff, or your Texas ID, or a veteran, you also get a discount right there as well. So, don't forget, Organ Mountain Organic Dispensary, 1300 El Paseo Road, Suite 280. You already know.
We're back.
We are back.
Shout out to our sponsor,
Organ
Mountain Organics, 1300 El Paseo,
Suite 280. You already know.
Go check them out. So today, for our special guest,
we got a special guest.
We got my brother back in the house.
Returning special guest. Yes, indeed.
So shout out, and can we give a big
in-house welcome?
Yeah, welcome to our Kasey Cornbread Yates, y'all. Hey. Hell yeah. Good, brother. How are you?
Yeah, chilling.
We were saying this is
doing great. Thanks for having me back. I appreciate it.
Hell yeah. You look good, brother.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Facts.
So, just a real quick recap for everybody who didn't tune in last time. You fought at the BKFC, the Prospector Series, right? just recently, and we had you on last time, and you talked about your journey and you talked about all that good stuff. And so all of us, we tuned in, we saw how it went, but how did it go for you? Like, how was the whole experience? How did BKFC treat you? Like, give us the whole rundown. Like, how was it, bro? Because it's pretty fucking cool.
So,
That's like top notch.
it was awesome. Let me go back. So, like, yeah, last time we talked, I was still waiting to get a call. I think you guys were like, good luck or something, because I think like 4 days later after I got out of the first podcast, you got the call.
Sick.
They're like, hey,
Dang.
you want to fight Zach Panel? And I'm like, sure, you know what I mean? I looked him up, and he was the Street Beast champion or whatever, 155-pound champ. So I was like, cool, yeah. So then going into it, so we signed a contract and stuff, and man, they're a great promotion to work for. Like, they treat you so good as a fighter, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like, you know, they pay attention, so like, you know, there was weight checks going into it, like,
All right.
you know, which I didn't think I would get as far as I got. It was crazy. So, you know,
Oh, wow.
I get the call, and I think we were something like, I want to say like 43 days or something there. I got the call, did it, and like I was in a position, you know, where I needed a gym and stuff like that. I had to rush the gym I was training at was under construction at the time.
Oh, shoot. Oh,
I had to
shoot.
switch gyms.
Oh, that's rough.
Wow.
That's rough.
Yeah, I switched trainers.
Oh,
You switched.
Yeah. So,
that's rough in itself.
yeah, and then, so like we did that. So right away.
I just good, man.
That was kind of new. We got over that, and then there was like most fights are kind of a big deal, like, but this one was like wound up being like a huge deal, right?
Right.
It was totally cool, but it was not overwhelming, but like it could be overwhelming at times. You know what I mean? 'Cause
Yeah.
It was like.
So, like, in the whole experience with everything, so they treated you good. They brought you out. You made weight and everything. How was the fight experience? Like, was it over the top? Like, was it what you expected?
That's kind of cool. So yeah,
Nice.
like most fights, first off, like you get there, then you have to check in early and stuff like that. Like, you know, you have weigh-ins and there's weigh-in process and everything. Well, like BKFC, they do a little bit, so they were televised, stuff like that. So we had to do a couple different like media things.
Right, some promo shots.
You have to show up for, promotion.
Right.
The fight dog, like it was the most intense physical I've ever had on any fight.
No shit.
Damn.
Yeah, totally. So they do like this huge physical, and the doctor there is like, man, the doctors are fantastic. And then you go through like the process of like them handling the fighter is quick too. Like they treat the fighter so good. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, in and out on the stuff that you have to do.
Yeah.
That's cool. You know what I mean? And then they put me on a stage. Like, I didn't realize how big of a stage it was going to be. Like, we were on Fubo Sports Live, Amazon Prime Live.
Yeah, that's where.
They told me that I wound up fighting in front of like 1.8 million people.
He's sick. That's sick. That's cool in itself, right there.
What?
Yeah, that was cool. Like,
Is that the biggest crowd you've ever fought in front of? Like that many people watching?
totally, like, it was a huge fight for Albuquerque, but then, like, to be put on that stage, like, I was so lucky to have that. And, you know, I mean, thank the BKFC for that.
Sick, huh? That's sick.
Wow.
Sick.
Like, yeah, but that was the first fight of 2024.
Yeah.
The very first round, like, I mean, that's something like in itself, you know what I mean? First big promotion.
Right.
Fight. Yeah, that was crazy.
So how did you feel going into the fight? Like, how did your body feel? Like, did you feel ready? Like, in retrospect, now looking back into it, like, did you feel like, oh shit, I could have worked on this a little bit more. I could have done this a little bit.
It was different than any other fight. So yeah, like most fights, you go in like an MMA fight or a boxing fight or whatever, and like there's guys getting warmed up in the back.
Sure.
This you really don't warm, like you shadow box a little bit.
Because how are you gonna warm up, right?
Can't hurt you. Like you could hit mitts like lightly.
Right.
You know what I mean? But you're not gonna be hitting them hard.
Right.
So, like, you kind of get ready for that, and then like the way you kind of, so you're bare knuckle, right? But you're still allowed to have a little bit of a wrap.
Sure.
With 1 inch behind. So you're wrapped and you're taped up there. So you still have to go through that. So like that's like a familiar process. That's kind of like, you know, it's fight time.
Right.
You're getting wrapped up. That's when you're getting in the zone.
Right, because then you can get into your mental set.
Yeah, so then like going out, you know what I mean? The New Mexico Boxing Commission, State Boxing Commission, they're fantastic. Like, they make it real easy for the fighters too, you know what I mean?
Sure.
So you have a DI with you all the time, like a deputy inspector, and so like once you get there, he's issued to you and you're on. But like the way that BKFC is, like, it's because it's live, you know what I mean?
Sure.
It's like one right after the other, like, hey, you're on deck, get ready to go. Cool, we're going.
Damn.
So
Damn.
you get ready to go, and
That's
like,
cool.
you go to walk out.
That's like
But yeah, I
running gun
think
fight time.
overall, I was probably the calmest I've ever been going into any fight.
Damn.
Like, I thought it was weird for a minute too. I'm like, I don't have the jitters. Like, that's weird.
Right.
But, you know, I got ready for the fight. I didn't have a whole lot of time for it, but we got the best we could. And then, so we went into the fight. And, like, going into the fight, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's, that was cool. It was different than any other fight I've been in.
Did kind of
Professional fighting.
did reality kind of sit in once you were in that ring, once all the announcements were being made and when you were there, like, did it kind of just hit you like, oh shit, like, damn, we're doing this?
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
So I was so happy to be in front of Albuquerque. Like, that was awesome. You know?
yeah.
Right.
Happy to be in New Mexico, fighting in front of New Mexico.
Right.
That was awesome. Right. When we were there, like, kind of when I got in there, it was game time. I was looking at him. He was looking at me. Like, I knew it was going to be a fight. We went out there. When I hit him, you know what I mean? I got excited right away.
Yeah, because you dropped him out the gate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I know my brother was watching. I know Dom was watching. I was somewhere off. You know, we were off somewhere, and we was watching. And but we seen it, bro. You dropped this motherfucker out the gate, and where I was at.
The first hit's always the best hit.
Oh yeah, I erupted where I was at. Because I was like, oh, he's got him. That's it. That's a wrap. And
Yeah. So, like, personally, I made
I was at this shop. I couldn't.
there's some things that happen to you, I guess, in there. At least to me, they happen too, right? So
Sure.
I hit him like that, and he dropped right away. I got like confident. I'm like, all right, I gotta hit this dude again.
right.
And bare knuckle, even the little shots count.
Oh fuck yeah.
Boxing, MMA, like, you can go forward.
Yeah.
And eat some shots, some hard shots. You can eat some light shots. With him, I felt that, like, when I had him there, I was like, all right, it's go time. And then he kept putting his head down. I kept missing, like, the shot that I was wanting. I was trying to get it. And then he caught me real good.
Yeah, because he was swinging for the fences, huh?
Yeah, well, it was that overhand right, yeah, and I went into it. Like, I kept making it harder. I was stepping into it. Which, cool. It wasn't affecting me at the time.
Yeah.
And then we had some good exchanges, and then we got into the clinch.
Yeah.
Getting in that dirty boxing, you know, with the dirty boxing, that was something we worked on in camp. You know,
Right.
Something new, not new in MMA, but like it was new in like the boxing realm. Right?
At that point, when you have them in the clinch, you're able to use the elbows and that whole. No. Okay.
You can use punches in there. So the rule is like you can have an arm trap.
Sure.
As long as your other arm's hitting.
Oh.
Okay?
So it's like,
you
damn.
can clinch,
Damn.
So it's either here or here.
Got it.
Yeah, but so, like, what I was doing is, like, I was grabbing his head. You can grab the back of the neck. You know, you can bang in there. At, like, one point, like, I just, like, was crossing his face trying to get the hit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I felt strong in there. You know, he put up a hell of a fight. I'll tell you one thing. Like, I underestimated a little bit of his power.
Yeah. It just caught you by surprise, and it just that one punch, you know.
It's just so. you can't really, you have to focus so much on how you throw your hits without breaking your hand.
Yeah, facts.
Damn.
Facts.
Damn.
Yeah, because you hit too hard, you break your
Yeah.
shit. I probably
Yeah.
would have broke my shit in the first 3 punches. You know what I mean? Like, oh, there we go again.
I've never thought about that.
It was hard to get those precise shots. So, and he had a lot of fighting. He came to bang. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
that's badass.
And so, from our perspective, like I think when everybody watching it, it looked like you guys exchanged a little bit more. He wobbled you a bit, and then from what we all thought, we were talking about it afterwards until I had talked to you. It looked like he like poked you in the eye, because you immediately like you turned and like you grabbed your face and then that was it. And I was like, well, what the fuck happened?
Yeah.
And we were all just kind of
Kind of curious.
So we got in that exchange. I turned him to the back. I had him in the back of the ropes, and like at the time I didn't see it. Watching the tape, now I see it. Like I had him pretty tired right there. You know what I mean? I didn't see the hit at the time either. I felt it. I can tell you that.
yeah.
As I came in and I stepped to the side, he threw another one of those overhands, and that overhand caught me. But where it caught me, it split me real bad right here.
Oh shit.
And
damn.
It shattered the top of my nose. Like I've had my nose broke pretty bad, but that one, like, it started. And so he got a real good hit there, and I mean that was just one of them that counted.
Yeah. Damn. And so
Shit.
obviously you came out to bang. You put on a good show. Like, did that give you any like bonus points with, BKFC? Like, is that it? Are they gonna give you like another run? Do we know what's in future?
So I was, you know what I mean? Like I figured the same thing too, and like as I came out, you know what I mean? They were right there. They're all congratulating me, telling me how great of a show it was, how great of a fight it was too. I talked to a couple of them. They said we'll be talking to you soon.
Sick.
So, you know what I mean?
All right.
And then, ironically, so after the aftermath, right? So I'm chilling, and then there's a guy that I was supposed to fight in MMA years ago. Like I fought, I think, a couple of his teammates, if I'm not mistaken. And so like he winds up being with the organization too.
Oh shit.
He hit me up and he's like, "Hey man, you know what I mean? If you want something there." So.
Oh shit.
That was cool, you know what I mean? And then like I'm not
sick. So I mean, either way, you might have something lined up. I mean, at least for just one more, right? Maybe.
You know what I mean? Like it was cool. Like it's cool. I'd love to fight for the BKFC again for sure. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't want to say anything and ruin my chances or anything like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, for sure, 100%.
More to come.
Yeah.
More to come.
Hell yeah.
Right?
All right. That's exciting though. You know what I mean? Because you got a lot of us here that are rooting for you, and we want to see you.
We're definitely not done.
All right. There we go. We'll take that for sure. So, will you stay at the same weight class, you think, or you move up, you move down? Did you feel comfortable at that weight class?
55 was all right. I made it. I had a big weight cut. I cut 20 pounds for that fight.
Right, because I know we were talking today. You said you're about like 173 now, right?
Yeah. So yeah, and then like I rehydrated. So I don't know. Cut the weight wasn't there. Like I was strong going in. I felt good going in. I didn't. A week out I was 160. So
Damn.
I had no real weight cut for the fight.
Damn.
I just made it on weight. So that was like the easiest weight cut I've ever done. I've never done it quite like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
There's always like some real pounds.
Real drastic weight cut in your with spitting out your Jolly Ranchers, and you got your garbage bags, and you're in the sauna.
Oh, no.
For sure.
Yeah, so unhealthy. I do not recommend trying those weight cuts because, yeah, I mean those are great, right? That's some old school stuff right there. You got to be from our generation to live through those kind of weight cuts. But so that's badass, brother. We're excited to kind of see where you go from here and kind of hopefully they do pick you up, and we do get to see you back in the BKFC throwing down again, because hopefully we can all be there next time and just support and just show some love and just show up in some big numbers and just really get rowdy with you. Because you know we will. Because you know we will. Hell yeah. So you wanna you got any sponsors? You got any people you wanna plug in real quick?
Yeah, Elevated for sure. Al's Upholstery, Hobson Doe Brewery. I'd like to thank Monte Carlo Steakhouse.
All right. You got a team or?
I want to thank SpeakEasy Podcast.
Hey, yeah. Oh, we appreciate that, bro. You know, we'll always show love. We'll always bring you on. You know, we're excited to follow your journey and to see where this goes, because you know, you got us all as fans and you got us all hooked, and we're ready to bang with you. You know, if we got to show up and show support and be fucking #1 supporters, we're right here. So just let us know when and where, and we'll be there. All right.
There's definitely more to come. We'll be updating you guys soon.
Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. Well, we appreciate you for being on with us, and
thank you.
You know, we'll all keep in touch and we'll all keep posted, huh?
Yeah, thank you guys so much for having me.
Hell yeah, already, brother. So you heard it from him. Check him out. We'll throw on his Instagram links and right here on the bottom, and where you guys can follow Cornbread and you know, just kind of follow his own journey, because I think what he's doing is badass. He's doing a dream, you know what I mean, that we all wish we could do. I mean, I know I wish I could bang like that. Like, we was talking about it, and I think my old ass, they'd be like, homeboy, you got a little too much CTE. You got a little too much brain trauma. I don't think I passed the physicals, but I mean, he's doing it, you know what I mean? And so salute to you, my brother. You know, mad love, mad respect to that. And how about a real quick word from our sponsor?
A word from the sponsors. Come on, right, y'all.
Later, y'all. Yo, Joey Cypher here. So check it out. We're down here at Organ Mountain Productions and their wonderful studios. And man, I gotta tell you, they got everything going on. They got from podcasts to studios to on-site engineers, and they even got it set up to where you can bring in your own equipment and set up and do your own thing. They got a different couple set locations that they got going on, but you got to give them a holler. They're on Instagram at Organ Mountain Productions. You can slide into their DMs, check out their pricing. Really low, cheaper rates, I mean, to start, and then it kind of builds from there depending on your project and what you got going on. But yeah, holler at them, because they got a wonderful setup and some wonderful studios. And see you guys later. Peace out, y'all. And we're back.
We are here.
Shout out to our sponsor, Organ Mountain
Productions.
Holler at us for your studio time, podcast time, and whatever audio needs necessary.
You too could be filming your own.
Hey, let us know. So, jam sesh time, right?
Jam sesh.
Hey, badass.
Something of.
So we switched it up a little bit this round, and we since it's Valentine's. That's how we say it in the hood. We're gonna slow it down a little bit. I know we've been hitting with a lot of rap. We hit it with a lot of random stuff. We were going a little rap heavy for a little bit, huh?
We did some rap.
We did like 4 or 5 segments straight rap. Shout out Joey Solano and the whole Hood Famous movement.
Yeah.
So
a couple, but yeah,
we're gonna switch it up. We got Chris Baker Music. They are on the TV, and we got his song. I think it's called Climbing Out.
Climbing Out.
Climbing.
Local.
Climbing.
Las Cruces. Would you climb?
With the B.
Climbing. That's how you spell
Climbing.
Climbing.
Climbing out.
That's how you spell climb.
With a B?
Yeah.
I had no idea.
CLIM.
Has it always been with the B?
Yes, it has been.
All right, great. So they shot it. They shot it at Elephant Ranch.
All right, great.
And so our sponsor, Elephant Ranch, so hence.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. And they shot it, I think, at like.
That's pretty cool.
Caballo. Like this opening shots at like Caballo Lake or Caballo or something like that. So
still up north.
Yeah. So he's all local. He's here out of Las Cruces. I think he performs at like Elephant Ranch sometimes, and like I know he's performed at like a Pecan Grill, and real local artist. We had a couple years back on ELC when we were doing our jam session segments.
Oh, wow.
And he came through and performed live, I think, on like one of those podcasts in like
stuff we would do back then. That
Okay,
I
cool.
started. So
Yeah.
shout out to him. And so this came out, I think, a year ago. Yep, a year ago. And check it out. He's on YouTube, and we'll give it a listen. Check it out. 32. Oh, we're at 37. I saw the shot earlier. It looks like, oh yeah, it's like going out to the blue moon.
Oh yeah. Slot canyons.
I don't know about that motorcycle though. Yeah, I'm not even. I could. I'm not even.
No, that tunnel.
Yeah. And isn't that shot from Elephant Ranch? That backdrop?
That back one?
You could have got a cooler bike. You could have got a cooler bike, dude. She's a little mad. I don't know if it's a Valentine's song or like a angry song. It's alright. He's local. I think he does guitar though. Like I think he plays his own guitar. Like he writes his own. You know what I mean?
That's what's up.
Yeah. So that's solid.
That's hella sincere. I can't even read music.
I can sometimes. Not good at. I like that shot though. With the backdrop, I like that. Yeah, that's at the ranch for sure. Little pups.
Little boulders.
Not bad. Yeah, not bad. Not bad. Something different for y'all.
Something different. Good change of pace.
We gotta switch it up. Like I said, we've been hitting y'all with a lot of hip hop lately. So
I just gave that.
yeah, we had to switch it up and do you guys something with a little bit of country flair, I guess.
Right.
Little local country. So
local
check him out.
Kick.
He is on YouTube. Chris Baker, and I think this one was called Climbing Out.
Climbing Out.
There was another one we were going back and forth with called Bourbon on the Rocks, and I think he did it a couple years ago, and that one's killer too. So
sweet.
You guys go check him out. Subscribe to his channel. Hit that like. Hit them notifications.
Right.
Do the damn thing.
Comment.
And
just like on our channel.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much it, right?
Is that gonna be it?
Yeah. Do you got anything else? You got any little last minute zingers for me? Zero. You can't even open your eyes, can you?
No.
Yeah. He's done.
So
that's what it is, guys. Thanks for vibing out with us. Thanks for chilling. We appreciate you guys, and see you in a couple weeks.
Later,
y'all.
Bless.